Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be covering part 2 in my 3-part series on the two-handed topspin backhand. I'm going to be taking you from the setup all the way to the contact point. Alright, so we're on to part 2 in my 3-part series on the two-handed topspin backhand. Today we're going to cover everything from the setup all the way to contact. And if you missed the setup, I'll put that link in the description below. But let's get on to part 2. So, part 2 is after we've done our split step and our unit turn, we're going to make sure we're nice and low. And there's going to be 4 things you're going to really need to focus on today to get to that contact point. And you're going to have all week to work on those, so when you come back, you're ready for the finish of the swing. So we've done our unit turn and our split step. We're nice and low. From here, I want to load off my back leg. So as I track this ball, I'm going to load off my left leg first and then really lunge in with my right leg. And I'm trying to get wide and low, and I want to lunge with my heel to toe step like this. It's kind of like doing a lunge in the gym. I do see some players that kind of step flat-footed, but you can tell when you step flat-footed like this, your leg locks up and you're not able to really get that flex. So try to work on getting that heel to toe motion, just like you would do in the gym if you were doing a lunge. So from there, loading off the back leg, lunging low, wide and low, getting that flex in the right leg there. And then now as part 2 is I want to turn as much as I can. A person that does this really well is Djokovic. When he lunges in with his legs, he gets a really big shoulder turn, and that's creating a lot of power because the racket's going back really far and it's just going to be ready for a long extended swing. So I get into that loaded position, I'm turning, and now as the swing starts, I want to get under the ball. So the third part is learning how to drop the racket under the ball. And that is how you're going to get a lot of topspin. You can see my right wrist is bowed down. This is how I'm getting the racket below the ball. If you're not getting topspin, you're probably not dropping under it right here. And there's 2 things you want to do. You're either going to hit a really high, heavy topspin ball where you're getting in here and dropping under it and really swinging from low to high. That's going to create a higher, heavier, meaning a lot of topspin ball. Or there's times where you may want to flatten it out and hit a harder shot that doesn't have as much height and topspin. Maybe the ball's sitting up a little bit and you're going to go more for a winner. On a ball like that, as you lunge in, you may only drop slightly under it and swing a little bit more linear, not quite as much from low to high as you would on that heavier, higher topspin ball. The next part is your contact. How do you get to contact? And the thing you really want to focus on is your left hand and your left arm. The person I think of with this stroke would be Andre Agassi. When you watch pictures of him, as he drops under and he's low, he gets that left arm extended all the way out. His contact point is in front of his right knee, and that is a really good way to control the ball, to get a lot of power, to get a lot of spin, and to stay balanced. If you're the kind of player that lets that ball attack you, you're going to get stuck in here and not get much extension, and you'll be late and jammed and hitting a really weak short ball. So those are your 4 things you need to focus on. You've got to get that wide lunge, heel to toe, that big shoulder turn. You're going to have to learn how to drop under it with your right wrist and then really extend out so your contact point is as far out in front of you as you can get. If you've gotten something out of this video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe now, and I'll be back next week with part 3 on the finish of the two-handed topspin backhand.